out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And the 22 out of Earlham, Iowa is Daniel Hilzebeck. All right, just a reminder that it has become official. We will return here in 2026 for the Pittsburgher, and that'll be October the 2nd and October the 3rd, 2026. Confirmed that we will be back there. That'll be the 38th annual. So October the 2nd and 3rd, make your plans right now. Next year how the calendar falls, it's a leap year, but October 2nd and 3rd, 2026, the Pittsburgher will return under the sanction of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. All right, 70 laps here tonight. As you see the cars making their way onto the track behind the Race Car Engineering Pace Truck. Devin Moran, he has finished second in the Lucas Oil Series the last 2 years. Can this year finally be the year? Ricky Thornton Jr., he will start in 5th. Moran starts 2nd. Jonathan Davenport is 3rd in the points. O'Neill is 4th. Shepard, remember, running for $100,000 for 5th, trying to hold off Garrett Alberson. This is all going to come down to 2 weeks from tonight at Eldora. Well, this is unique. Coming up, if you've never been here for the Pittsburgher, for those fans at home and here, and it is, what a crowd. Dave, what a crowd, right? I mean, Dave Oliveira, you've been here a long time. What a crowd we have here tonight. Blair Crest Jr., the new owner, promoter, the last couple of years has done a magnificent job. And this place, it's going to take a while to get out of here. We didn't close down ticket sales, but the parking lot is jam-packed. On the backside of the backstretch, they're parking. They're parking behind us here, and we're about to go 6 wide. Dustin Jarrett, my buddy, let's give us a 6 wide at Pittsburgh, my friend.
Oh my,
yes,
that's
sir.
right. This is, it's not just one of the prettiest sights in racing. This is one of the most unique sights in all of racing. We only do it right here for you, the great fans in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. How about it, PPMS? Up on your feet. This is the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and they're coming at you 6 wide.
How
about awesome. That, James?
A great job.
The only other place I've ever seen that done that I have been to personally was the old Kentucky Lake Motor Speedway, right?
4 rows of 6, buddy. There you go. All right, Dustin will be reporting for the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. It'll be Delaware double file restart till 10 or less laps to go. And we have a caution, a red flag. All lap cars restart on the tail. We'll have a lucky dog. First car lap down after a caution, we'll get a spot back. And we're going to talk to the top 3 on the Big River Steel podium after this race. Brandon Shepard never won this race. Devin Moran never won this race. Jonathan Davenport, he's the defending race winner. Garrett Alberson, looking for the biggest win of his career, never won this race. Ricky Thornton Jr.'s won it twice. Hudson O'Neill's won it once. 2nd year in a row, it's paid $50,000 to win. It's $2,000 to start. The feature purse, $150,000. All the pit crews. It's good to see the rigs back into the infield. The last several years, they've had to park on the outside of the back straightaway. It's a great fan experience as well. And they did change, you know, the apex coming into the infield where Scott Bloomquist got hung up on a few years ago, right? All right, Rob Penrod, he's going to extinguish the caution lights. We're going to go green. coming up next time around. $50,000 a night. 2 weeks will run for $100,000. No series does it better than the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. 11 races that pay $50,000 or more to win. 2 more times this year we'll do it. Rob Penrod, he'll be on the flag stand at Eldora with Rick Monroe in 2 weeks. Get your tickets now, EldoraSpeedway.com. You've come out to pack the Pittsburgher, you've done it. Let's go. Shepard, Moran, Davenport, Alberson. We need everybody here in front of me. Please take a seat. We've got so many people here, they're blocking the camera. If you could please sit down, we would appreciate it as they come out of turn number 4. Brandon Shepard and Devin Moran at the Nutrient Ag Solutions start zone. We've packed the Pittsburgher. Who's going to win the Pittsburgher? We'll find out in 70 laps. Out of turn number 2, Jonathan Davenport down the back straightaway. For the lead, Shepard trying to go through the middle. Davenport, the defending race winner, throws it in on Moran. Remember, they got together last week in Brownstown, and Davenport will lead lap 1 in 49. Oh, baby. They are taking the gloves off here tonight at Pittsburgh out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. in the 20 RT. Jonathan Davenport from 3rd to the lead on lap 1. He'll lead lap 2 in 49. Devin Moran 2nd in 99. Shepard runs in 3rd in the 1. O'Neill 4th. Thornton, Alberson, Ferguson, Ziegler, Overton. Josh Richards runs 10th in car 1J. They come out of turn number 4. Jonathan Davenport put it right in there in lap 1. 3 in the books. There's the battle there. The 71 and the 1. As they come out of turn number 2. Right now, that is a battle for 3rd. Hudson O'Neill won this race in 2021. He is dad Don, who, by the way, was 3rd tonight at Brownstown, the only father and son to win this race. Devin Moran, his dad Don, he's won it 3 times. Devin trying to go to victory lane for the first time, 4 in the books. It's 49, 99, 71. As we head to Eldora in 2 weeks, the Pittsburgher here tonight, the half mile as they come out of turn number 4, and JD's still in control right now. He has already stretched it out to 2 seconds out of turn number 2 as he's got it going on. He wasn't happy after his heat race that he almost won by 5 seconds, Larson-like. And right now, he has pulled out to a 2.7 second lead as we score lap 6 as the leader +3 in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Corey Fosfed, the crew chief, they have it going on out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Devin Moran runs in 2nd in 49, or 99 rather. Ricky Thornton Jr. right now out down the main straightaway. Your race leader continues to be Jonathan Davenport. Jonathan Davenport continues to show the way in 49. Devin Moran is 2nd in 99. There you have Hudson O'Neill, Ricky Thornton Jr. They try to go side by side at turn number 2. Garrett Alberson out there in 58. Brandon Shepard remains in the 4th spot. And Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to get his 2nd consecutive Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series National Championship. He will take that spot back from Hudson O'Neill down the main straightaway. 9 laps officially in the record books. It's Davenport, Moran, Thornton, O'Neill, Shepard, and Carson Ferguson. Then you have Alberson. Max Blair on the move, the 111. I told you to keep an eye on him. He started 13th. He's up 5 spots here. And the Coltman Farms Racing caution is out for the first time in this race with 9 complete for 2-time winner Greg Satterley. All right, 9 in the books. Dustin Jarrett, Jonathan Davenport from third on the first lap, making an aggressive move for the lead, trying to go back-to-back at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they finished last year exactly the way they're running on the racetrack right now. The only difference last year was, James, if you remember, Devin Moran had to rally from the 12th starting spot to come up and get second. This year, he started obviously up closer to the front, right on the front row, but has fought, well, I say fell back, but I mean fell back to second, whereas last year he rallied. So going to be interesting to see what happens. Listen, we know that 49 car is really good on these big, slick half-mile racetracks, and we know that 49 is really good when money's on the line. James, we're going to see if he can go back-to-back, not just in winning the Pittsburgher, but leading all 70 laps for the second straight year.
All right, 9 in the books. It'll be Jonathan Davenport, your leader. Devin Moran have the choice on Ricky Thornton Jr. The top 2 in the points will line up side by side. It'll be Hudson O'Neal, Brandon Shepard, Carson Ferguson, Garrett Alberson, Max Blair, Mason Ziegler, Brandon Overton runs in 10th. And it's Dane Ebert, Clay Harris, Josh Richards, Matt Cosner, and Joseph Joyner in the 19M. We'll go lights out at the flag stand. Dustin, yes.
Yeah, James Ross Robinson has also made his way into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. They were looking underneath the rear end of that race car. He'll pull the Ken Adams Dutch Star Motorsports number 7 back out on the speedway, rejoin the field at the tail.
We'll still get him in line here, be ready to go. Jonathan Davenport started in third, got the lead on lap 1. He's led it ever since. In fact, that last time around before the caution, 2.9 the advantage over Moran. So the top 2 in the points. Ricky Thornton Jr., that heartbreak last night, the tire in turn number 2. They think he ran over something and then got up against the wall, but the tire was already gone. And he brought out a caution and came back from the tail to get to 9th. Came into tonight 5 behind Moran. Moran already got 10 points for fast time in Group B, but Thornton trying to get it done here tonight for the 3rd time in the last 5 years to win the Pittsburgher. $50,000 out of turn 4, back underway with 61 to go in Imperial, Pennsylvania. Davenport out at 2, Thornton on the bottom, down the back straightaway, Ricky Thornton Jr. What a month of September he had. He won his first crown jewel at Eldora, the World 100. He won the Jackson 100 at Brownstown last week. He has climbed to 2nd in the 20 RT after starting in 5th. So it's 49, 20 RT, and 99. The top 3 in the points in the Lucas Oil 800 Series. They head down the back straightaway here at Pittsburgh. We'll try to give you a rundown right now. An early contender for the Hoker Trucking Hard Chargers off of turn number 4. We score lap 11 with JD out in front. Into turn number 1. There you have the battle. That's now Hudson O'Neal now trying to unseat Moran from the 3rd spot. Brandon Overton is up to 5th. Ferguson 6th, Shepard 7th, Ziegler 8th, Blair 9th, Garrett Alberson runs 10th. Right now, Joseph Joyner, 21st to 14th, as we are 12 laps into this 70-lap affair. Jonathan Davenport, Ricky Thornton Jr., Devin Moran, your top 3. Overton, well, and he'll go to the outside. He'll lose the nose of that car. He'll lose ground to Carson Ferguson. Carson Ferguson is going to get that first Lucas Oil win. It may not happen this year, but it's going to happen in the near future. And right now, the 93 car. Max Blair always runs well. And right now he's on the move in the 111. Max Blair started 13th in the 111. And right now he is up to 6th. He can win this thing. He has got the car, that Brad Spochas 111 down the back straightaway. Good battle there, Overton on the bottom, and he'll throw it in on Carson Ferguson. Max Blair glued to the bottom out of turn number 4. Max Blair's going to pick up another spot. Max Blair 13th to 5th in 111. Right now, the advantage. You're not missing anything up front because Davenport is 3.4 seconds ahead of Thornton and Moran. And a spirited battle here. Blair may need a caution. We still got a long way to go. We've got 1:55 to go, and Max Blair looking to pick up another spot on the 111. Down the main straightaway. And right now, this track 2-3 wide racing. We've had it for most of the night last night as we work lap 17. One caution so far. There's Davenport getting started third, got the lead as we have the battle here. Max Blair down the main straightaway. By a nose, he's still in fifth. And it's going to be fourth right now as he goes down the back straightaway. Brandon over and gets the backside there in the Anthony Burrows 76. There comes your leader out of turn number 4, picking up the tail end of the field. All 24 starters still running in this race. And Max Blair, and he still has fifth. Overton is still fourth. Moran is still third. Thornton is still second. It's 3.7, the advantage for the 49 car out at turn number 4. Jonathan Davenport right now on a mission to go back-to-back at Pittsburgh. Sporty battle there between Overton and Blair. You see Richards, Ebert, Wilson, Clay Harris. Joyner runs 15 off of turn number 4. Blair, and no, Overton still has the spot. Good race there, but that is well behind your leaders. Those drivers are 5 seconds behind Jonathan Davenport as we work lap number 21 now here in the 70-lap Pittsburgher. Max Blair, he was on the podium last night. He has gone to fourth place. Not yet. He wants third. He sees Moran in front of him in 99. Up against the wall is Overton down the back straightaway as we work lap 22. And Montgomery lap down as they're 3 wide out of turn number 4. Devin Moran right now, not one loses spot. He's 4.4 behind, and Brandon Overton. We got a battle right there. Down the back straightaway, trying to go 3 wide. That is for third. Overton stuck his nose in there. Blair may have him this time. Moran in front of him. Here comes Max Blair digging hard to the bottom. Robbie's boy, the 3rd generation racer, and he's got it. Blair to 4th. Max Blair 13th to 4th. He's not done yet. He tries the 3rd spot down the back straightaway on Devin Moran. 23 laps scored in this race, and Max Blair has been the Hoker Trucking hard charger, and we're not even halfway through. In fact, we are 11 laps shy of the Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark, and it's still 49-20 RT, and Max Blair's going to 3rd. Max Blair looking for the biggest win of his career. He's come close in that firecracker. He runs well here at Pittsburgh. He's on the pole to the Rush Bill Emmick Memorial here later on tonight, and Max Blair has got a good hot rod. Robbie Blair, his dad, the crew chief. Kayla McManus on the crew. The 111 looks to return to the Lucas Oil Series in 2026. But right now, he's 4.8 behind Davenport. There you see the battle back there. Brandon Overton, 5th. Ferguson, 6th. Shepard, Ziegler, Josh Richards back into the top 10 and 9th. 10th is Garrett Alberson. Good run for the rookie Dan Ebert in 11th. Down the main straightaway, 26 laps in the books. It's 2.9 seconds in heavy traffic as he'll try to split Hilsebeck and Satterley. He'll slide up the track. Jonathan Davenport, a good hot rod here tonight as we score lap 27. Took the lead from 3rd at the beginning. Right now, Max Blair is 5 seconds behind. Thornton right now is 2.9 behind as he moves them on the 2 of the veteran Rick Eckert. Rick Eckert right now runs at 18. All 20, I believe Montgomery, I believe Ross Robinson may be out of the race. That'd be the first car to retire here in 2 nights of racing, and Jonathan Davenport making it look easy out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Man, Heartbreak Hotel in the Rayburn race last week, a flat tire. Then all sorts of things happened Saturday night at Brownstown. You saw it all here on Flow. And JD down the main straightaway. The 41-year-old out of Blairsville, Georgia. Here you have the battle back here. Here comes Moran. Overton through the middle. Carson Ferguson on the bottom. Out at turn number 2. Ferguson down the back straightaway. Moran, he's going to lose 2 spots right there. Moran's got to get back going again. Good battle there. Carson Ferguson, Brandon Overton, Devin Moran, and Overton is going to go to fourth. No, Carson Ferguson goes to fourth. Ferguson to fourth, over to fifth. Moran is back to sixth. And Devin Moran, who had a good hot rod here last night. And right there, Ricky Thornton Jr. back out in front as we've got 30 in the books here tonight. Make it 31 for the 49 of Jonathan Davenport. I tell you what, there's some cars that need a caution flag. Ricky Thornton is 3 seconds behind. Max Blair is third. Fourth is Ferguson. Fifth is Overton. The fastest car the last time around was Ricky Thornton Jr., but he's 3 seconds behind your leader, Jonathan Davenport, as we work lap 32. 3 shy of the Hellraiser Jacks halfway mark. Carson Ferguson into turn number 1. Brandon Overton has been good all race long as well, but nobody has been better than the 49 so far here tonight. Thornton is still 3.5. You're not missing anything up front. We're watching this battle back here. Max Blair, in fact, in third. He right now, Max is 6.9 behind. Here they come. Hellraiser Jacks halfway. Next time around for Jonathan Davenport. Superman down the main straightaway. Thornton, Blair, Ferguson, Overton, your top 5. Now Overton throws it in on Ferguson. Brandon Overton way up top side down the main straightaway. They're side by side there by a nose. Overton's got fourth back. Behind the 93 of Corey Lawler. Down the back straightaway. Jonathan Davenport. Hellraiser Jacks halfway right now. 35 down, 35 to go in the Pittsburgher. Trying to go back to back. He had never won here until last year. And trying to go back to back. This race paid $50,000 for the first time 1 year ago. It pays $50,000 tonight. The feature's $150,000 purse. Jonathan Davenport right now off at turn number 4 as he'll cross the loop line. There's Brandon Overton fourth. Devin Moran back in that 6th spot. There's Brandon Shepard 7th. Ziegler is 8th. Garrett Alberson in 9th. Josh Richards remains 10th. Ebert, Harris, Wilson, McIntosh, Hudson O'Neill, the top 15. There you see the Rocket 1. In fact, that is Josh Richards right there behind Garrett Alberson. Josh Richards, a 2-time Pittsburgher winner, off at turn number 4. Not bad. He has knocked the rust off here the last 2 nights. Down the main straightaway. There is still 33 laps to go here tonight. We've had 2 caution flags in this race. And Jonathan Davenport is absolutely kicking butt right now. 4.6 the advantage in the 49 car. He moves in on Donald McIntosh, who runs 14th. Taking no prisoners tonight is 49. McIntosh goes a lap down. Here's the battle back here. Moran, every position is important in this race for the championship. Moran almost got in the back of the 93. He'll make the move into 1. Devin Moran trying to pick up the pace here. It's 4.8 seconds. It is Davenport over Thornton. Wow. He is 8.3 ahead of Max Blair. If this thing stays green, who knows how many he's going to lap. As we have 30 to go in the Pittsburgher for the 37th time. There you see Brandon Overton, the 4th place car. And right now we work lap 41. There you see Max Blair, Brandon Overton coming on late there in the Longhorn factory car, working that top shelf down the main straightaway. We still have 29 laps remaining as we work lap 41. It's 4.4 seconds the advantage. There is the 49 car, Jonathan Davenport. He is lapped up to 13th, which I believe Dalton Wilson is in front of him as they come out of turn number 2. There's Max Blair. We haven't seen Ricky Thornton Jr. He's been solid in that 2nd spot. He's pedaling, as hard as he can in that 20 RT. But nobody has had anything for the 49 since the drop of the green of this race. Into turn 1, 43 complete. Brandon Overton is making that top work down the main straightaway. Max Blair right there in the 3rd spot. Max Blair again started in 13th. Right now, Brandon Overton. He and Blair and Thornton, they need a caution. Because right now, they are 8 seconds behind your race leader with 44 complete. Ricky Thornton Jr. still second. Blair Overton, Moran, Ferguson, Shepard, Ziegler, Alberson, Richard, your top 10. Down the back straightaway, the 71 car goes a lap down. As they come out of turn number 4, Max Blair. Ricky Thornton Jr. is already out of turn number 2, but he is still over 4 seconds behind your race leader with 45 complete. Brandon Overton, he's going to make that top work no matter what. Up against that new concrete wall as they come out of turn number 4. But Jonathan Davenport clicks off another lap, 46 complete. Ricky Thornton Jr. is still second. Third is the 111 of Max Blair. There is Davenport. Davenport is behind. Down the main straightaway, there is the 6 of Clay Harris, who runs 12th. Clay Harris runs in 12th. Dan Ebert runs 11th. He keeps going like this, he's going to easily lap inside the top 10 here tonight. Ricky Thornton Jr. 2.9. By the way, Ricky Thornton Jr. is cut into that lead. Ricky Thornton Jr. coming off at turn number 4. It was 2.9 the last time around. It's 2.4. So Thornton is cut 0.5 of a second off the lead of Jonathan Davenport as a long green flag stretch of racing. Davenport throws it in and almost got into Ebert. There you see Logan Zarin in front of him. He's already lapped down. Davenport into turn number 1. 49 scored here tonight. 3.2. The advantage goes back up 0.9 of a second for Jonathan Davenport. In car number 49. He'll throw it in front of Logan Zarin. He'll take his time, pedal out of turn number 4. 50 laps complete. We have 20 to go. He led every lap 1 year ago. He has led every lap from third here tonight. Down the back straightaway. $50,000, the big money on the line as he comes out of turn number 4. There you have Ricky Thornton Jr. back to 4 seconds. The disadvantage, let's say, behind the 49 car. Now Thornton's going to have to work between Joyner and McIntosh. 4.7. Max Blair 6.8. Wow, that was close in turn number 2. Blair is still third. Overton 4th. Moran 5th. Ferguson, Shepard, Ziegler, Alberson, Richards still your top 10. Brandon Overton up top. Here he comes down that main straightaway. It shells off just a little bit to the outside as Blair shuts the door. But that'll open it back up for Overton. 52 complete out of turn number 2. Now Brandon Overton down the back straightaway with a Longhorn Factor car on the outside. Blair will leave him room and a little bit. Here he comes on the outside. Out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway. Brandon Overton looking for a podium here tonight in 76. He's won a firecracker as Brandon Overton out of turn number 2. There's 53 complete. The lead is 5.2 as it balloons up. The 49 over the 20 RT. As we work lap 54 here tonight. Long green flag stretch of racing here at Pittsburgh. Brandon Overton wearing out that top in 76. Blair trying to get away from him. Here comes Davenport. Josh Richards runs 10th. The 2-time Pittsburgher winner and former Lucas Oil champion goes a lap down. So he's lapped up to the top 9. And on the outside, Brandon Overton is finally cleared Max Blair. Brandon Overton is going to third with 15 laps to go. So Jonathan Davenport, Ricky Thornton Jr., now Brandon Overton. Here comes Max Blair. The only shot they have is if something happens to Davenport, if there's a caution. 56 complete. The last time around, Moran was the fastest car on the racetrack in 99, but he's back in 5th. He and Ferguson have been going back and forth. And right now, here comes Overton around his fellow Georgian. That is Donald McIntosh. As we'll check the deficit right now as Davenport has already completed lap 57. 4.7 seconds the advantage. Overton is 8.5 behind. Blair is 9 seconds behind JD, but a good battle there still remains for 3rd and 4th. As we work lap 58 of 70. And Overton, that shelved off on him, and he may have a problem. And Brandon Overton may have a problem in 76. Dustin Jarrett, and it's unofficially, we'll go back to 57. Brandon Overton was high, wide, and handsome. Climbed all the way to third, but he's got a flat right rear tire.
Yeah, you may have pancaked the wall too, James. I'm going to make my way off the perch here into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Hudson O'Neal, who had fallen back through the field, is also making his way to the infield, but man, oh man. You hate to see that for Overton, but good Lord, what a run on the outside of the racetrack, man. If you think these cats aren't athletes, just take a look at what Brandon Overton did out there for 50-some laps. That is pretty freaking impressive.
Well, will that change? I said the only way the shot they had is if something happened to Davenport. Well, there's two of the best in the business right there. I mean, you can put in Bobby Pierce here over the last few years, but 49 and 20 RT. In fact, the big races at Eldora this year, 49, of course, won the Dream. Thornton won the World 100. They're going to battle for the Dirt Track World Championship in 2 weeks. And a Lucas Oil Championship possibility. We'll take the Dave Warren Power Sports replay for what happened to Brandon Overton. Right there, he looks good down the back straightaways. He's pulling away from Max Blair and going in right there. Right there is the caution flag for Brandon Overton. We'll take another look at that. As you see right there, he got up against the wall, but
Yeah, James,
yes, go ahead, Dustin.
He just absolutely disintegrated the right rear tire on that race car. I'm going to stand corrected, and you saw the Dave Warren Power Sports replay. I obviously could not from down here, but he got the wall a little bit with the right rear, but it looks to me like, at least, that didn't happen until after he blew the right rear tire. He's got a little bit of damage on the upper part of the quarter panel where it connects to the spoiler. The spoiler is also damaged as well, and Hudson O'Neal now, as you can see, back in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit for the second time during this Coltman Farms, or during this caution flag.
Dustin Jarrett, every time we come to either Lernerville or Pittsburgh, the 111 is a threat. Oker Trucking Hard Charger, 13th to 3rd, and it will be a Delaware double file restart for Max Blair and Ricky Thornton Jr.
Yeah, a race that is 50 laps or more, James. We're going to do those Delaware double file restarts clear up until 10 laps to go. And equally as important, that he races, last time I looked at the My Race Pass app, it was a 5.2 second lead for the 49 of Jonathan Davenport, and at that time there were only 9 drivers on the lead lap.
Right now, I believe 58. We did get 58 in. Richards is 9th. Overton he'll come back. Overton is still on the lead lap, though, so he will go in front of the lap cars. That's been a rule for a long time in the Lucas Oil Series. So Overton, I believe, will restart 10th. All right, so it's Davenport, Thornton, Blair. Moran is 4th. 5th is Carson Ferguson. 6th is Brandon Shepard. 7th is Mason Ziegler. 8th is Garrett Albertson. 9th is Josh Richards. 10th is Brandon Overton. Everybody else is a lap down. Out of the race, Ross Robinson will finish 24th. Ryan Montgomery, 23rd. And I believe 22 the starters are still in the race. Thornton took the bottom on his good buddy Max Blair. Then you have Moran and Ferguson. Thornton trying to leave Pittsburgh with the points lead. That Midwest Sheet Metal Loin spoiler trying to go to another Lucas Oil Championship. Devin Moran, 2nd place the last 2 years. Well, Davenport has been dominant since he took the lead on the opening lap. The only thing that's slowed him has been 3 cautions. Now, is there anybody better than Davenport in tire conservation than the Zero, right? Scott Bloomquist is one of the greatest doing that. Thornton, Blair, Moran, Ferguson, Shepard, Ziegler, Albertson, Richards, Overton. Here we go. A dozen to go at Pittsburgh at the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone back underway at PPMS. Max Blair. on the outside. Max Blair is going to go to second in the 111 down the back straightaway. Does he have anything for Jonathan Davenport? Max Blair, so good in late races. Right now, there's the battle there. The top two in the points going at it. Every position important. Head of the Big E in 2 weeks. Moran has to run on Thornton. Moran's going to go to the bottom. He'll throw the slider in two. He'll slide up the track. Moran is going to get the spot. Devin Moran to third. Down the back straightaway, that's all unofficial. Thornton's going to throw it back in. Here we come out at turn number 4. Davenport with the lead on Blair, and there by a half a car length. Thornton's got it right now into 1. There's 10 laps to go. We run another lap. It'll be a single file restart if we have a Coleman Farms caution. Ricky Thornton Jr. powered back around Moran. 9 laps to go as we score lap number 61. It's 49, 111, 20 RT, 99. Shepard is 5th. Right now, the lead is 1.5 seconds. They are going at it. That's what it's all about in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. These drivers putting on a show. They run for more money than any national tour in the history of dirt late model racing, and they are putting on a show here tonight at Pittsburgh, and Jonathan Davenport has been better than all of them. He's 1.6 ahead. Right now, the battle between Ricky Thornton Jr. and Devin Moran out of turn number 2. 8 laps to go, and we're going to have a Coleman Farms Racing caution is out on the racetrack.
Debris, James. Debris on the racetrack is the word from the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series officials.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Looks like going to be coming out at turn number 2. 62 laps complete. There you have a piece of metal. Maybe a brace or something. 8 laps to go, and it's single file. Well, Dustin, Max Blair, he's up another spot. He's got 8 laps to go to catch or pass one of the best in the business.
Fins up.
Fins up, that's right.
Fins up, yeah. Hey, Max would like nothing more than that. Remember, he's got to turn back around and get in the Rush Crate Late Model.
Where he's on the pole.
Yeah, he's on the pole
yeah.
to run for $10,000 to win. That's a 40-lap race. So Max certainly logging some miles here around Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway this evening.
Well, if he wins both of these, he could buy into the Dolphins. Maybe become a minority owner, right, or something.
He and I and Jason Riggs might be able to get him pretty cheap right now, too.
There you go. All right, 8 laps to go. Davenport, Blair, Thornton, your top 3. Moran, 4th. Shepard, 5th. 6th is Ferguson. 7th, Alberson. 8th, Ziegler. 9th is Richards. 10th is Overton. Then it's McIntosh. He's a lap down. Cosner, Harris, Ebert, Satterley, Eckert are all 1 lap down. Hilsebeck, Joyner, Lawler, Wilson are all 2 laps down in this race. Still only 2 cars officially out of the race, Ross Robinson and Ryan Montgomery. All right, we're going to single him out. Max Blair, can he make it stick on the bottom? By the way, 2nd place, I believe, does pay $20,000. He wants the 50. He wants a career best victory. He's very capable, man. He is so good late in the race as Max Blair in his home state. Davenport has led all 62 laps tonight. Max Blair, we got to single him out. It'll be no Delaware double file restart. Nose to tail. Here we go for $50,000. Can Davenport hang on for 8 more laps? Max Blair. Davenport still good on the restarts, but Max Blair trying to make it stick on the bottom in the 111 out of turn number 2. Here comes Thornton. Here comes Shepard on the bottom. Down the back straightaway. Can Max Blair? He doesn't want to let the 49 get away as they come out at turn number 4. Down the main straightaway. It's still Jonathan Davenport with the lead back here. Thornton going at it with Moran. Moran with the crossover. In at turn 1 behind Blair. Moran will slide up the track in front of Thornton. Thornton might have hit his brakes. Here comes Shepard on the bottom in 1. They're going to have 6 laps to go next time around. Moran, Thornton going at it at Pittsburgh out at turn number 4. Thornton gets way up there. They had a great race at Brownstown last week, and Ricky Thornton Jr. kind of slowed a little bit. I thought maybe he had an issue, but he keeps it going, but he falls further behind Moran down the back straightaway. Comes into the clutches of the number 1 in Brandon Sheppard. Hey, Brandon Sheppard's running for 100,000 for 5th in the points. He wants every spot to matter as well. Right now, 5 laps to go for 49. Blair, Moran, Ricky Thornton Jr., Brandon Sheppard. Alberson is 6th. Carson Ferguson, Ziegler, Overton is up to 9th. But he has not made much headway since he had to pit for a new right rear tires. They come out of turn number 4 with 4 laps to go for 49. Trying to go back-to-back years, leading every lap of the Pittsburgher. Devin Moran in that 3rd spot in the 111. Ricky Thornton Jr. is about 2 seconds behind Moran. Moran wants that 2nd spot. Again, every spot is important off of turn number 4. Max Blair in 2nd into turn number 1. They're going to have 2 laps to go next time around. Davenport is 1.7 ahead of Max Blair. Blair had a shot. Turn number 4, 2 laps to go. Blair 2nd, Moran 3rd, Thornton 4th, Sheppard is 5th. And Jonathan Davenport out of turn number 2. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? I mean, if he retired today, he would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going to drive for several more years. And right now, the Dirty Dollar Ranch may add another trophy to that case as they go to the Barron's Performance. 1 lap to go. Lance and Darla Landers. Max Blair is closed now. 1 second the advantage down the back straightaway. Max Blair is going to try to make it close here, but he may run out of time and run out of laps. Into turn number 3. Davenport down to the bottom. Here comes Max Blair charging hard. But Jonathan Davenport, for the 2nd year in a row, wins the Pittsburgher at Pennsylvania's Motor Speedway. Max Blair, 0.6 of a second, comes home in 2nd. Devin Moran 3rd, Ricky Thornton Jr. 4th, Brandon Sheppard, Carson Ferguson, then Garrett Alberson, Mason Ziegler, Josh Richards, and Brandon Overton. Unofficially your top 10. As they will go to the UN08 scales to make it official. So the top 10 all finished on the lead lap. Overton 10th, Richards 9th, Ziegler 8th, Alberson 7th, Ferguson 6th, Sheppard 5th, Thornton 4th, Moran 3rd, Max Blair 2nd. Your Hoker Trucking Hard Charger, I would guess, is Max Blair, as we will double check on the My Race Pass app. Make sure you get that, myracepass.com. And it is Max Blair, 13th to 2nd. In the 111. So the 49 car, he's got a Jack Cornette engine under the hood of that Longhorn for Lance and Darla Landers. In that Nutrient Solutions, Dynagrow Seed, ASC Warranty, Mark Martin Automotive, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, Midway Sheet Metal. Corey Fosfed, the crew chief. Tyler Bragg, Cole Perrine on the crew of the 49 car. And Dustin will talk to our top 3 on the Big River Steel podium here momentarily. So 22 of the 24 starters finished the race. The only 2 drivers out of this one were Ross Robinson, he'll finish 24th, and Ryan Montgomery 23rd here tonight. You see down on the scales. Again, the weight rule, it's normally 2350. The only burn off is in the main. And then they check the droop, looks good. As he will head down to the main straightaway here in Victory Lane and talk to Dustin Jarrett. His 92nd career win in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, second only to the late great Scott Bloomquist. And Jonathan Davenport, just like Zero, tire conservation, silky smooth in 49, got the lead on the opening lap, and he leads all the way here tonight for a $50,000 payday, Dustin Jarrett.
In this win, James, you mentioned his 92nd career win with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, now just 2 away from tying the late, great Scott Bloomquist. For the 2nd year in a row, he will pull into Lucas Oil victory lane a winner of the Pittsburgher and leading all 70 laps once again for the 2nd year in a row is the driver out of Blairsville, Georgia. You heard him say after his heat race winner interview that he wasn't giving up yet on the possibility of getting a record-tying 4th championship with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And we talked about it earlier, when the money's on the line, the 49, you can usually count on him being up near the front. He does it again for the 2nd year in a row. How about it, Pittsburgh? Your winner is Superman Jonathan Davenport. The pyro going off behind us as well. Shot that off a little bit later tonight, JD, than what it was last night. Hey, man, you led all 70 laps once again here at Pittsburgh. My first question is, you've done that 2 years in a row now. How hard is it to stay out front on this racetrack for all 70 laps?
Yeah, it's definitely really hard. This place is so wide. I mean, there's a lot of options out there to go and what lane to pick. And I just I had to judge off lap cars once I got to them, but I just tried to keep my momentum up there until I got to them, and just kept watching Corey there. He was showing me what kind of lead I had or whatever. So car felt pretty good. Just try to manage the tires, the first 40-50 laps there or so. So I had something left at the end, but just really want to thank all my guys, Corey, Tyler, Cole, for just believing in me and listening to what I got to say and just things. Because we wasn't that good yesterday and really couldn't understand why and second guessing ourselves. And so we just put our heads together and talked about it and really thought it through and come up with a game plan today, and it's pretty damn good.
Was there any point in that race where you were concerned either with a caution flag, we know with 8 laps to go, or another point maybe when something didn't feel right? Because I got to be honest, you looked incredibly maneuverable out there and you dominated most of the race.
Yeah, I mean, there's always what ifs in the back of your mind, and then you got the guys lining up behind you. You don't know if they've been saving their tires or they found a different line than what you've been running or whatever. So yeah, it started to clean up just a little bit through 1 and 2 there about the mid part of the race, and then after we had that long caution, everybody kept rolling through it, I guess through the mud and everything, and it kind of covered it back up. So I was a little bit searching there for a few laps after that caution, but it finally came back there a little later. The grip came back there, but yeah, just you never know exactly what's happening behind you, and things can change in a hurry. We can run over something and have a flat, or have a mechanical issue or whatever. So luckily none of that happened tonight, and so yeah, just thankful for being here. Thanks for all the fans coming out, everybody watching back home. Thanks to Lance and Darrell Landers for giving me this opportunity. I talked to Lance today and told him we was going to try to get this thing a little bit better, and we did. So got to thank Jay in the souvenir trailer. He does an excellent job for us. So if they're sitting on your phone, go to jonathandavenport.net and check us out there, see what we got. I think Nutrient Ag Solutions, Steve has been a huge supporter of ours. Dynagrow Seed, Longhorn Chassis, Bilstein Shocks, ASC Warranty, everybody, Cornet Engines, we had one of them in tonight. All of our product sponsors, we couldn't do it without them. We got to thank VP Fuels, Mega Plumbing of the Carolina, Donald and Gina, that they've been long-time supporters of mine. Can't thank them enough for everything they do. And just say hello to Rachel and Blaine watching back home. And feels good to get 50 stacks carrying back to South Carolina.
Last question. I got to ask, is this the Eldora car? Is this your Eldora car that you love?
No, I didn't bring it this time. No, this car here we built new just for this chase, the championship deal, and it has been in position to win every night except last night, and we just hadn't got it done but one time with it. But it's just a really good car, so definitely thanks to everybody back at Longhorn for everything they do with us, and Longhorn Dynamics.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Superman Jonathan Davenport goes back back-to-back in the Pittsburgh. James, will send it up to you as we round up second and third.
Yeah, Max Blair, again, he'll finish in second, the runner-up spot. DJ will talk to him. He was third last night, and he, again, in the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger of the night. Devin Moran third, Thornton fourth, Shepard fifth. So right now, the official heading to Eldora, 15, the lead for Moran. Davenport is 1:15 back in third, Dustin. Jim Carson Ferguson 6th, Garrett Albertson 7th, Mason Ziegler 9th, Josh Richards 10th, Brandon Overton 10th, Dustin.
Yeah, absolutely. I've caught up down here. Hey, how about it, Pittsburgh? Finishing runner-up. How about it for Max Blair? All right, what was going through your mind those last 8 laps, man, in especially the last like 3 or 4 laps when you saw the 49 kind of getting a little closer to the nose of this 111?
Well, the first thing I thought of was Lernerville. I thought I was going to run second to him there, and we ended up running third, and there's a really big pay difference from second to third, so I really didn't want to give second away. I mean, he was better than everybody was. I run him down them last couple laps, but I think that was more of him just not wanting to get into lap traffic, and I'm sure his crew was telling him he was okay, so I think he kind of had everybody covered. But, you know, to come here and run second against these guys is pretty awesome, that's for sure.
All right, hey, give me a sales pitch here to the people in the stands and the people watching at home. You're about to start on the pole for this $10,000 to win rush race. Why do they need to stick around and watch this?
Oh, it's going to be exciting. I can guarantee that. I don't know if we're going to be good enough to hold them off behind me or not, but I'm going to give it everything I've got, that's for sure. So, you know, I do want to say hi to my wife and kids. I forgot to do that last night, so my boy.
Shame on you.
Yeah, my boy yelled at me this morning, so I want to say hi to McLean and Hayes, and wish they were here. Hopefully we can pull out this crate win, and maybe I can say their names again. They'll think it's cool.
I'd be more worried about Brandy than them if I were you. Max Blair, ladies and gentlemen, gets second in tonight's feature. That's $20,000 to the good, and he's going to try to get another $10,000 in the 40-lap rush late model main event. And we're going to grab a word with your third-place finisher here now, ladies and gentlemen, as the driver out of Dresden, Ohio. All right, unofficially a 15-point lead heading into the final race of the season, Dev. Unofficially, you're probably tired of hearing about it, but it's the storyline, man. First and foremost, this 99 car in this race, what did you need to be just a little bit better at the end of the 70 laps?
Really, I felt like if we'd get the lap traffic, Brandon Overton showed me that top line, and my car was so bad down off of the top, I just had to commit myself up to it, and at the same time not be too committed to get flats, as you saw Brandon do, and then obviously Ricky did last night. So it was definitely a fine line of going really hard, but at the same time not causing any problems or troubles. But yeah, I'm just glad we salvaged that. I felt like we were struggling, started really bad early in the race, and just found that high line. And Pittsburgh just did an awesome job. Blair does a great job here. You know, he's made this place better within a year already, and just he works really hard, and his family does an awesome job. So I want to thank them guys and Dan for the track prep, and obviously my whole group, Roger Sellers with Double Down Motorsports, Robbie, Casey, Connor, Big River Steel, C&W Trucking, Lazy Days RV, so many people I can't thank enough. Millwood Plumbing, my awesome wife for always selling merch and being my
on you.
15 points is definitely not enough. You know, Ricky came in 80 ahead of us, and now he's 15 behind. So if I was Max pointed out, I'd be happy. But until then, it's just you never know what's going to happen. The dirt track has a mind of its own. So we'll just go there, guns blazing, and see what we can do.
How about it, ladies and gentlemen? Rounding out the Big River Steel podium is Devin Moran. James, back up to you.
Great job, Dustin. Jared, we'll see you in a couple of weeks at Eldora. Don't forget, hey, fans, it's going to be an hour or two to get out of the parking lot, so you might as well stick around for the Rush Late Models. Here's our Lucas Oil recap of what happened. But that aggressive move on that first lap, remember what happened last week at Brownstown between the 99 and the 49, and this time Jonathan Davenport wasn't going to let it happen as he got from third to the lead right there in the fourth corner, and he led it every lap the rest of the way. As we have the Lucas Oil recap. Rob Penrod's green flag. And you see right there as we go through the field there, Davenport, at least 4 to 5 seconds most of the race. Brandon Overton was putting on a show in 76, using the top. Davenport through traffic through the 22s of Hilsabeck and Satterley. And as he mentioned, he talked about tire conservation. The only other one I can know of is Scott Bloomquist. Seen him run for 30 years. And right there you saw Brandon Overton, the tire go down, running in the 4th spot. He came in, made a tire change in front of the lap cars, and ends up in 9th here tonight. But there is Davenport. There is Moran. Got around Thornton. And Brandon Shepard right in there as well. Remember Shepard, as I said, I mean, these guys are not backing out of it. Shepard's running for 100,000 for 5th of the points, and right now he leads Garrett Alberson by about 150 headed to Eldora. So that's important as he tries to become the first 6-time winner of the Dirt Track World Championship. And Jonathan Davenport trying to go to victory lane in 2 weeks. He's all about the money. The Dirty Dollar Ranch gets another Pittsburgher trophy and $50,000. So Max Blair again second, third Devin Moran.